Hello everyone, my name is Mystifiq and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Zoo Together right here in Banksia Zoo. I hope you guys are excited for this episode because we are gonna be building a kangaroo habitat today. It's my first time looking at these animals really, like in the game, ever since I got the DLC. So it's my first time looking at them. But I like it when they lie down like this. It's like, paint me like one of your French girls. But yes, so if you guys are excited, stick around for this video and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Alright, so for our kangaroo habitat today, I decided to create this circular path first. That I connected to this bridge that we did the last time, and then I also created a sunken portion over here because I wanted to play around with the terrain again within the habitat itself. And then I added this viewing deck number 1 over here, so guests who are standing right here will be able to just see here and see there and see over here as well. And then I have another viewing area over here, which is more for when you want to look at the kangaroos from this angle, like feeling more like an eye-to-eye kind of level when you're looking at the kangaroos. So that's where that's why I chose to do it for this part over here. And then once again, using the terrain stamp tools to create the slope like I did the last time for the cassowaries, so that the kangaroos can just easily navigate, as well as our keepers. But what we're gonna work on right now is the viewing area over here, because this is the main part and this is where I'm gonna provide the hard shelter for the kangaroos. And what I'm gonna do is kind of create like a cave or like a rocky area for them where they can just sleep inside. And I'm just gonna start putting rocks over here to firstly cover up the gap, just so we can have a good foundation, I would say, to build our layers upon. I'm using rock number 4. I really like this rock a lot because it's flat and I find it easy to work with. If not, you could use rock number 1. I think like rock number 1 would definitely get more areas covered for sure. So that's just sticking out of the path a bit. I'm just gonna do it like that. Also probably maybe see if it fits here. Yeah, it fits over there, and cover up this areas over here, just so I can get a feel of how I want this cave to be like this hard shelter over here. So that's why I'm just placing all of the rocks first, just to see, okay, is this what we liking? Do I like it? And I do like it. I think most likely gonna go for it. So after doing this layout and seeing, yes, let's do a cave shelter, I want to take out the barrier. I want to place my barrier first, and what I'm going to use is a one-way glass. And one-way glass is really good for obviously your shy animals, but even if you don't have like shy animals, I would still use it. Like I just feel like it's nice, you know, like to use it regardless whether it's a there's a shy animal or not. Also because I think a lot of zoos most likely use this kind of fence regardless of the animal. So I think it just makes it nice. And then you don't have to worry about whether your animals will feel shy or not. Yeah. So I'm gonna lower the length a bit, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna curve this portion on this side over here, because my path over here is curved. That's why I chose to take out the one-way glass. Like if your glass is not curved, I think it's like you can just carry on doing straight, but because it is curved, I'm using curve option. I'm just making sure it looks good. Didn't mean to do that over there. Probably extend it up to here, even though they won't see it. And then I think I'm gonna flip this one around as well, and most likely drag it out over here. Just kind of see if I can maybe shift this pole to the center, just because I think, or actually no, put one here and then we add an additional pole here, I think, just so it looks a bit I don't know, like it doesn't look awkward, like the pole is in the way of your viewing experience. So you at least have like this one pole, another pole here, kind of evens it out, I would think. So a tip for you guys, if you're using like any of the habitats that can be curved, what you can actually do is you can control the curve of your fence. So you see how if I do this like that, using your mouse, but you can actually press the letter Z and curve it. So let's say you want it to be straight, you want it to go straight, but you want it to be curved. Press Z, move your mouse side to side, and you get it. And you're not moving like that, rather you're moving the curve within. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. It's quite hard to explain, I feel, but yeah. This is just one way you can actually control your barriers. Another tip, if you guys did not know, you want to curve items such as wood logs that don't have the curve option. You can actually use like your red brick, your concrete, your glass, and then later swap it out, and your wooden habitat would still be curved for sure. But now that we've got this fence area going, I'm gonna continue placing the rocks using rock number 4 still. So this is something I like to do as well, and I have been testing it out, I suppose. Like I've been using it in my Twitch zoo, my streaming zoo. If you guys didn't know, I do stream Planet Zoo. You can interact with me there, ask me questions live, and yeah, it's a really fun, I would say, in my opinion, really fun stream. Also because what chat tells me, they really enjoy it. So I will really love if you guys could check me out there as well if you're interested. Only if you're interested. No obligations necessary. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is using rock 4, and I'm actually covering this whole area over here. I'm just trying to rotate the rock now and then, trying to match it up to the previous rock and see if I can just get it nicely, like, you know, it looks quite natural rather than very jaggedy or weird in a way. Sometimes you could use it this way as well, because we will have to cover this whole area for sure. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue doing this and this whole area, and then I will see you guys right back. Alright everyone, so I'm quite satisfied with all of the rock placement over here for the cave, and I'll just kind of explain what I did. I used a lot of different rocks, mostly rock 4 to do the base first, and then later I went in with other rocks like rock 7 to kind of make it, you know, less, I guess, perfect as well, you know, like maybe jutting out a bit here, a bit there, you know, because if it looks quite even, I think it's quite weird as well for the rocks. So yeah, I'm quite happy, and I also used a mixture of the desert rock over here. I think it's nice, I suppose, to use different colored rocks, just to, I guess, a bit of variation to the rock, so it's not like you're just using one type of rock in your work. I know it can be quite hard as well. I still struggle. I say, like, I still struggle, and I face wondering how do I use different rocks but still make it look cohesive together. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I said, it's all about experimenting and trying and see if it works, or if it doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, then scrap it, try again. There's no harm in scrapping stuff. I feel like, you know, sometimes we don't do enough mistakes because we're too afraid, I think, of doing mistakes, because we want stuff to be right the first time. And I totally faced that. Like I totally faced this issue as well. But yeah, I mean, my recommendation would be just to try and see how it goes, and if it works, or if it does not. Oop, I did not click accept. But yeah, if it works or if it doesn't work, etc, etc. Yeah, because I feel like that's the way we would learn, like, or at least how I learn. I know some people and other people are very different, but at least for me, I feel like if I don't at least try, I won't know where I went wrong and whether I could improve on certain parts or not. But what I'm doing over here is just putting this wall over here, so we, you know, it looks good, it looks nice. It's not just turf. I am using more of the rock 7, and I'm using the other desert rock, so not the red one, the what do you call it, the one that, the yellow one, the sandy looking one. Man, sometimes describing stuff is so hard. English be hard at times. Y'all can relate. I hope. Yeah. And maybe put this rock over here. See if I can squeeze it in. Not. Then I'm gonna take rock 4 and take rock 4 again and squeeze it right here. Place it there. I could probably go back over here and also do more rocks as well, but I'm quite liking this. So let's continue with the barriers over here. I am gonna continue where I left off, going with my null barrier instead, because we don't need barriers over here. And by barriers I mean the proper barriers, and I'm using the editable flat top and editable bottom, because you'll see at this point, like, currently our null barrier is underground, but we need to go upwards because we need to place the habitat gate, and if these barriers are not close to surface, it's gonna be very difficult when you want to put your barrier. So just like a reminder, you know, I like to use this one the best because I feel like it's the easiest when you have a 2-level or more terrain and you're working with the null barrier. So when it comes to placing the gates, it will be really easy, and yeah, no issues. Because I realized whilst I was playing, I was like, how come I can't put the barrier the gate, I mean, and I realized, oh, the bottom part of the fence was not flat to the terrain, and that's why. And they also create some, like, a really odd shape door, like, you know, the door is kind of like half in the ground and half not, and then I was like, okay, this is weird. So let me try and find, where did I Where did I block my fence? There we go. I suppose before you do the rock over here, you could also just do the null barrier first. Sometimes I work backwards. That's just me. I work backwards at times. But what I'm gonna do is put the door over here. I think here would be nice. And then we are going to select. I think this is a bit too close. Ooh. Use this point. Oh no! The tools, they can be oh so finicky at times. But yeah, so then we'll select all of these ones over here. I think up to that point. And for this one thing, okay, we'll have to work on. We'll have to edit that. Oh no, somewhere could be this point. Alright, but basically what I'm gonna do is just cover this whole part up with the wooden log barrier. That's what I'm gonna use because we use that in the cassowary habitat, and then I'll see you guys back here again. Alright, so I've finished putting the log habitat in, and I made sure to kind of pull the bottom part or rather this edge over here downwards into the ground, and I did it the same on this side as well, because I think it looks nice. Like, it makes it look like, you know, the fence is coming to a completion in a way. And then we could just put like rocks here to cover it and other stuff to cover it. So what we're gonna do now is get some kangaroos in. My first time getting kangaroos in. I don't even have kangaroos in my stream zoo yet. We will though. We will be getting kangaroos, but at this point in time I don't have any kangaroos. So let's see. Miro is good, not bad. 83. I think Lutena is quite good as well. We can get Lutena. I'm gonna send both of y'all to this enclosure, and then I think we're gonna check the Zoopedia as well, just to see how many of them can live in a group. So 1 male and up to 9 females. That's a lot. So maybe we get a few more kangaroos. If I'm not wrong, the market does refresh every time you buy one animal. So if you don't like the animals that you have, you could just buy one and then refresh and see if the next one is the one you're hoping for. Alright, so we got our kangaroos in, and they seem to be liking the place. Let me just check really quickly. Okay, they can get up over here, so obviously we're gonna have to put some rocks over here so they don't escape. What I'm also gonna do is do like a custom fence over here for sure. Actually, I'm wondering if I should do it, or okay, so this is an option that you guys can choose. If you don't want to do custom fences, you can also turn railing on ground path and then just put all of these here, because the oh, okay, something's weird over there, but there we go. The kangaroos, I was like, what is the name of this animal? The kangaroos would not be able to go through these barriers. So let's say if I deleted this rock and we click on the kangaroo and we hit play, you'll see they won't be able to escape anymore. I mean, they could come up right here, but they won't be able to escape because we put these barriers up. So that's like a neat little trick. If you don't want to do like fences like these, you can just put a path and then use the railings that the paths come with, and it will work as a barrier for the animals as well, interestingly enough, which I found. I think I found that out like through someone who made a lion habitat, and they just used these barriers and the lions obviously couldn't cross it. So Hacks. Planet Zoo hacks. Okay, let's see what kind of enrichment they need. Okay, we need obviously to get their bedding in, so obviously this area that we built will be their sleeping area. Probably will get rid of the grass over here. I think it's a bit too much grass, and we probably don't need this many bedding, but you can never have enough. I mean, sometimes I don't know what is the how fast the kangaroos reproduce, but sometimes more is better than none or less. Okay, and then for their enrichment, let's see, we have a large ball that we can give them. We also have a sprinkler, so we could put the sprinkler here, and then a herb scent marker, we could put that over there. And then for food enrichment, I think if you're from here, I think it would be nice to see them eating quite close to you, so we could put the food enrichment nearer to this side of the viewing area. Maybe we put a grass ball feeder nearby as well, maybe right there. Or maybe we move this one as well, put their toys over here instead. Okay, so looking at their environment, they don't like a lot of coverage, and they're okay with the amount of plants, but you know, this looks quite bare, so we're gonna move into the landscaping time-lapse portion of this video right now, and then I will see you guys after that once more. Alright, now that I'm done with the landscaping, I kind of did like a very, I tried to give them trees. It didn't really affect their, let me see, terrain as much really. So that's good. I mean terrain, sorry, the coverage welfare. So that's nice that I could still put some trees in, and I think, I like it. And I also put water pipes instead of giving them a pond. I know I tend to give my animals a more natural resource, but sometimes I feel like the habitat, I don't know where I would put it. Like, I don't know where it would call for it, kind of thing. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do now that we're done is remember to put the donation boxes over here. I mean, I'm playing in sandbox mode, so it doesn't really matter, but for everyone who is playing this in franchise and is following along, it would be great to put some donation boxes over here. And I also want to put education signboards. So I like to use custom education signboards. I know some people just use the basic ones that come in the game, which is this one, which is fine. That's okay, but I just like to use custom ones. So I'm going to use one that I've used before, and this is one that I built in my stream zoo, or for my stream zoo rather, and I just use the, what do you call this, the Australian decorative column, and then I put like some wooden planks behind it to give it kind of like a base for the TV, not TV, it looks like a TV, the education sign to lean against, I would say, so it looks like it's structurally sound once more. This would be on my workshop, so if you want to use the same signboard, be sure to head on over to the info section of this video, and there would be a link to this. So yeah, just a reminder that you don't have to use it. Like, if you're fine using the normal one, like okay, but I just like to use these ones, and I feel like they fit the Australian theme that I'm going for. I'm gonna see if I can put one here. I should be able to. Oh, actually, normally for these areas where it's like a sunken down habitat, I kind of like to put my signboard behind instead of in front. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've seen it before, like I've seen it done before in zoos. I could be wrong, but I just like to do this. And I also like to crank up my education speaker so that it covers a wider range, because that means that more people would get educated. I know education is like one of the hard things in this game as well, but yeah. And over here, maybe we put one here, and I think I'm gonna have to cover this section with rocks. Like, you know, hindsight after doing the whole landscaping, I think this section over here clearly needs some rocks for sure. And also remember to put benches as well, everyone. Your benches and your trash bins. I like to put a ton of trash bins because these visitors, they don't know how to throw their trash, and that's so annoying. They don't know how to throw their trash, and trash is everywhere. And then I'm like, I have to get so many caretakers to manage the trash, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, I'm gonna just quickly cover this, you know, cover this section. I kind of like this kind of style. You see, you can just use the same rocks over and over again to get a nice rock wall done as well. You don't have to use various rocks. You just need to rotate the piece, make sure, so you just get different angles of the rock and not the same corner the whole time. But yeah, okay. And I'm most likely gonna put a barrier here as well, I think, out of rocks. I'm probably gonna do that off stream, but I'm most likely gonna just use a piece like this. If you guys are curious, I'm gonna use a piece like this and place it right across. And I know I realized I said off stream, but what I mean is off this video, like after this. After this I will do that. But let's just get some benches. I'm gonna take the same bench that I used over there. Whoa, camera moving really fast. Let's put some benches here, probably over here as well. And I think a few of the spots over here would work for like a what is the word? Vending machines. Yeah, vending machines. And if you think this is like overkill, I mean, to be fair, it could be, but sometimes the guests just like, I'm tired, I'm not walking there, and I'm like, oh, let me just give you all the benches that you need. But yeah, another great spot, like if you have spots like these empty spots over here, I could suggest you put a sign if you want to kind of mark out that this area is for your kangaroos. You could use the art shapes, like this primitive rectangle, and then change the color and then use the letters that come in the game. Or if you go into the workshop, there are other fonts as well that people have created for lettering, but you know, tilt it this way, put it over here, and then just write kangaroos or something. Like this is another really good use of space if you're wondering, what do I do, Misty, with like tiny areas like this? But yeah, that's what I would use it for. But overall, I'm quite happy with this. You know, I feel like a habitat is never 100% done, but yeah, you know, I could come back and edit more of this, but overall I'm quite happy with this, and I hope you guys, you know, get inspired by this habitat. You know, find another way you can create a kangaroo habitat, like using this kind of rock structure and then putting glass over here to create a little sleeping area for them. Another way I like to do my sleeping viewing areas. But if not, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any feedback or comments about this video. If there's something you want to see as well, please let me know. I'm more than happy to hear everyone's suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next video of Banksia Zoo. So have a good day, night, or evening wherever you guys are. Bye bye.